So today we're going to be talking about probably one of my favorite sets in Division 1. They decided to bring it to Division 2 and it was just a little underwhelming. Not for the fact that you can't build the stacks, it's just really hard to build the stacks. And to keep them, there's just way more negatives than positives. And even if you run the backpack talent or the chest piece talent, they really don't do anything for you for minimizing the amount of stacks you lose, right? Because with this set, you guys will lose 1 stack every second, and then for every missed shot, you will lose 2 stacks. And we'll break down the set in a second. I did want to show you some gameplay, and just look how, even when I have enemies in front of me, sometimes building the stack is tough. There's just so much going on that you can look at my little stack bar, and it's hardly moving. Now, sometimes I can build it up. The shotgun definitely does help, if you guys saw that early clip. That will help, but besides that, it's actually really hard to get a full stack, even if you're just going for the 50 stack, right? And then if you want to run the chest piece talent, hardly ever will you get that 100 stack. And that's where I think this set needs some tweaking. So before you listen to what I have to say on this set, let me know in the comment section how you would tweak it, and then listen to my ideas and tell me if you guys think those are some good ideas. So I really think that the 2-piece and the 3-piece actually are really good. Weapon handling fits this set perfectly because it helps with the stability, the accuracy when you're using those ARs. It's a great stat to have on there. Now the 3-piece is another great stat, 15% rate of fire. So I think with the 3-piece, they actually did a really good job. But where it gets really underwhelming is the 4-piece. Not because of what it does, but because of how hard it is to get those stacks. So weapons hit amplified total weapon damage by 0.5%, stacking up to 50 times. So that means you can have additional 25% amplified damage. Now the negatives on this one are you lose 1 stack each second, which I don't have an issue with. But what's really hard on you is the 2 stacks are lost every time you miss. Now, if you guys want to keep something like this for PvP, I understand. But for on the PvE side, it's really hard to keep those stacks up because of these 2 negatives. Now, maybe on mouse and keyboard on PC, you might be able to keep those stacks, but I don't really see a lot of PC players running this. And I feel like if they can tweak the missed shots, maybe with the backpack talent, and maybe even tweak the seconds the amount of stacks you lose per second, or make it a half a stack you lose per second with the backpack talent. And we'll go over those talents in a second. I did want to show you guys this gameplay just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Look at my stack bar. You see how hard it is? And I don't really feel like I'm missing a lot of shots. I'm actually really trying to keep the stack up, and look how slow it's going up. And I just feel like a lot of this has to do with the hit registration and you not always hitting every shot, especially if you're on controller. It's just really difficult to build a 50 stack and take full advantage of that 25% amplified damage. Now, you remember with the chest piece, you can get up to 50% amplified damage, and that's a little bit better. But I really feel that it's really hard, even with the enemy right in front of you. You saw that. I barely missed any shots, and the stacks just weren't building. Now, when you do get a shield guy, I notice that's when it's easiest to build the stack, because you can build the stack on the shield, and that's when you'll notice that the bar is full, and that's when you get that damage, because on the shield, you can build the stack, and that's one of the only times that I find it super easy, whether you're on PC or on console, to get 100% stack on NPCs, right? Now, if we look at the chest piece talent, the chest piece talent is one of the talents that I really like about the striker set. It actually gets a lot better with this chest piece talent. Increases max stacks on the striker's gamble from 50 to 100. That means you can have a total of 50% amplified damage by running the chest piece talent. And that's an insane amount of damage. But obviously, building that stack is going to be hard. And if we decide to use the backpack talent, it does nothing to help with the negatives of this build. It just gives you risk management, which increases total weapon damage gain per stack of the striker's gamble from 0.5 to 0.65. Which I think if they got rid of that, right? They got rid of risk management, well, left it risk management, but got rid of the increased total weapon damage. And then maybe what they could do is for every missed shot, you lose 1 stack instead of 2 stacks. And then for every second, you lose 0.5 stack. And I think that would really help out a lot with helping to keep that stack up. And then definitely, if they feel like it's still underwhelming, though, they can still buff it a little bit. I just really think that this set has some great potential, just like we saw it in Division 1. Of course, it's not going to be as strong as Division 1 because in Division 1, it had the healing effect, which would be cool to see. But since we don't have that, at least make this set come back and make it usable. Like, I tried to use this set and I just feel that the damage is a little bit underwhelming compared to other AR DPS sets, and then keeping that stack up is the biggest issue. But hopefully in the future, hopefully this is something that they're looking at, that this underperforming striker set is something they should tweak, because I think a lot of people really want to use this. They love running. I see so many people run the 3-piece, but they realize putting a 4-piece, there's really no benefit. But if they made it worth your while, it could be something that we could see people running more and more. And the chest piece talent is actually pretty amazing, with being able to gather 50% amplified damage by just having a stack. I can really see a lot of people using this set. But again, keeping the stack is the biggest issue this set has, and I really just don't see anybody running it. It's just underperforming and not worth it. Let me know what changes you think that the Striker Battle Gear set would need to be usable. What changes would you make to it that you think to make this set actually compete with some of the higher DPS sets in the game? I told you mine. Let me know what yours are in the comment section. I would love to see strikers get a nice tweak in the next title update. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but holy smokes, we have so many gear sets right now that nobody uses because they're just so underperforming. So hopefully this is one of the ones that they are tweaking. I think as a striker level from Division 1, I would love to see this set. I would love to see this set back. I would love to see this set being used by a lot of people, because I mean, I'm telling you, it has the possibility of being really good. It just needs some small tweaks. And who knows, we might get classified gear in the future. You guys know they did in Division 1. I could see a 6-piece being something they do in Division 2. And maybe that's where this set will get the buff that it needs for people to use it. But we'll see in the future. But I'm going to keep going through every single gear set in the Division 2, see what tweaks I would make to it. And then hopefully you guys can write what tweaks you would make to it as I make these videos. So we're going to wrap it up here, guys. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video. But until then, Nothing But Skills is out.